Good evening and welcome to our April 16th meeting. If we can all stand for the pledge. Thank you all for attending this meeting. I'd just like to make note of two things: the exit sign behind you and this side here. First order of business is the department reports. Have all the trustees had an opportunity to review through them?
Yes.
Any questions on them? Okay, I need a motion to accept the department reports as submitted.
I'll make the motion that we accept the department reports as submitted.
I need a second. Okay, call the question?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried, thank you. Second order of business, budget transfers and modifications. Has everyone seen the treasurer's report?
Yes.
Any questions?
Nope.
Okay. Call the question?
Aye.
Aye.
Actually, excuse
Oh.
me, I'm sorry.
I'll make the motion that we approve the budget transfers and modifications.
Please, second?
I'll second.
Call the question?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried. Okay, old business, annexation of Lot 37.
Mr. Mayor, if I can just update the board on
Please.
that. The town board did consent to the annexation. So I am preparing a seeker EAF, also a referral to the county planning board. We'll do that, and then when the referral comes back, or 30 days from now, then we'll go ahead and annex, by order.
Okay, and we have a survey to be ordered at that time, right? Okay. Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, I need a motion? No, excuse me, that was a discussion. Pardon. Okay, new business. First order is a waiver request from Monbassia Fire Company. Right in the packet right there. 5 pages in or so. Just read that, Deb.
Okay, in a letter to the Board of Trustees, Monbassia Fire Company is requesting a waiver of building department fees totaling $200 that were discovered by the building department when conducting a municipal search. The $200 represents 2 open, expired permits for past projects that need to be closed out. Monbassia Fire Company is requesting the waiver because they are a volunteer 501c3 organization. Okay, so I'm going to make the motion that we waive the $200 fee.
Second?
I'll second.
Call the question?
Aye.
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 Aye, so carried, thank you. Okay, request for travel from the court. Resolved that the board approve Justice Strauss's request to send court clerk Lena Dolgarian to the 2019 Impaired Driving Operational Seminar in Albany, New York on April 25th, 2019. This one-day seminar will satisfy Ms. Dolgarian's required 6 hours of continuing clerk education. There is no cost for the seminar and includes breakfast and lunch. Due to the distance that Ms. Dolgarian will be traveling, the unified court system will cover the cost of mileage and her hotel room expense. There will be no monetary cost to the village for this event, and the court clerk, Skadinsky, will remain behind to staff the court office. I need a motion that we accept this.
I'll
As
make the
submitted.
motion.
I'll second.
Any questions? Call the question?
Aye.
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 Aye, so carried, thank you. Event application, Operation Clean Sweep, April 27, 2019. An event application was submitted by Paul Campanella, board member of the Greater Monroe Chamber of Commerce, for the annual Operation Clean Sweep event to be held on Saturday, April 27, 2019, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. This joint event between the town of Monroe and villages of Harriman and Monroe will involve picking up trash and debris along roads within these municipalities. Start and end point will be at St. Anastasia Church on Route 17M in Harriman, New York. A certificate of insurance has been filed, but the $50 application fee is still pending. The application has been reviewed and approved by the Building Department, the DPW, and the Police Department. There are no additional costs for additional police protection, as the B-line officers will be utilized to continuously monitor the event. I need a motion that we accept this event for April 27th as written.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Call the question?
Aye.
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 Aye, so carried. Thank you. Next order is an event application for the junior prom photos at Rest Haven on May 18, 2019. An event application was submitted by resident Tim Mitz of 236 High Street requesting permission to open his home to the public, allowing it to be used as a place for students of the Monroe-Woodbury School District to come and take prom photos on Saturday, May 18, 2019, between the hours of 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. The $50 application fee has been received and all required insurance documents have been submitted. The application has been reviewed and approved by the DPW, Building, and Police Departments. The Police Department stated that no additional police protection is needed, and C-line officers will monitor the area for potential traffic issues. The Building Department has approved the application with the following conditions: that there be 2 fire extinguishers are required on site, 2, maximum occupant load is not to exceed 99 persons within the building. I need a motion that we accept this event application.
I'll make the motion.
I'll
Second.
second.
Call the question?
Aye.
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 Aye, so carried. Next is an event application for the senior prom photos at Rest Haven on 6/21/2019. An event application was submitted by resident Tim Mitz of 236 High Street, requesting permission to open his home to the public to allow it to be used as a place for students of the Monroe-Woodbury School District to come and take prom photos on Friday, June 21st, 2019, between the hours of 4 and 7 p.m. The $50 application fee has been received and all required insurance documents has been submitted. The application has been reviewed and approved by the DPW, Building, and Police Departments. The Police Department stated that no additional police protection is needed, and C-line officers will monitor the area for potential traffic issues. The Building Department approved the application with the following conditions: that 2 fire extinguishers are required on site, maximum occupant load is not to exceed 99 persons within the building. I need a motion that we accept this.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Call the question?
Aye.
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 Aye, so carried. Thank you. Further event application, Meet Santa Claus at Rest Haven. An event application was submitted by resident Tim Mitz of 236 High Street requesting permission to open his home to the public and to host a Meet Santa Claus event on Saturday, December 7, 2019, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. The $50 application fee has been received and all required insurance documents have been submitted. The application has been reviewed and approved by the DPW, Building, and Police Departments. The Police Department stated that no additional police protection is needed, and C-line officers will monitor the area for potential traffic issues. The Building Department approved the application with the following conditions: that 2 fire extinguishers are required on site, and that maximum occupant load is not to exceed 99 persons within the building. I need a motion to accept this as written.
I'd actually like to table this one.
Okay. Anybody else have any issue there? Table it?
Table it.
Next order of business. Okay, this is an electric and gas utility agreement that we negotiated on behalf of the village. I'd like to read it as such. Resolved that the Board of Trustees approve a service agreement through Orange County Procurement with M&R Energy Resource Corp. of Mountainville, New York, for electric as follows. They will provide for 24-month period beginning October 30th, 2019 through November 30th, 2021 at a rate of .05697 fixed for those 2 years. On the second, okay, hang on a second. Okay. Further, the M&R Resource Corp, Energy Resource Corp. of Mountainville, New York, has put a bid in for natural gas at the rate of .4325 per cubic foot of gas, and that'll cover us for the next 24 months as well. I need a motion to accept first the electric.
I'll make the motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried. And then the second one is, I need a motion to accept the gas rate of .4325.
I'll make that motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Aye.
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 Aye, so carried. Thank you. One last piece that's not on the agenda that we just were able to get done today, I'd like to bring up the Community Development Block Grant for 2020. We need to notice the public for a hearing to be set for the 2020 CDBG grant. I need a motion that we can notice the public on this.
I'll make that motion.
We haven't gotten there. 29th, I'm sorry. 7 PM.
April 29th, the same day that we're swearing in.
Yes.
Okay, just, can we make that earlier? We have second graders who we're swearing in, so I wouldn't want that night, it's a school night, so I wouldn't want that night to become too late for them.
So, do we want to do 6:45?
How long do you think that we'll need for the hearing? Okay, so 6:45 sounds good to me.
6:45 PM, April 29th.
Ninth. It's Monday, isn't it?
Yes.
I have nothing. I'm sorry?
I made the motion.
Oh, I'll second.
Call the question?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, so carried. Thank you. Okay, I have nothing else. Council? Nothing? Okay. Public comment? Sir, please come up.
My name is Vince LaSalle. I was wondering if there's been any decision or input from the planning board to the board about the Y issue. I'm just asking for an update for us public.
From the planning board to the board?
Yeah, or any information that you could give us to give us an idea where we're going with this.
So the
Mhm.
planning board,
When I left the last board meeting, there seemed to be an open agenda going on, that there was gonna be communication
Mhm.
and finding maybe a compromise for all of us. And for the
Mhm.
village.
Right. Okay, so I'll just give you an update, two pieces. Are we good? Okay. The first piece is that the planning board has met with the YMCA at their last workshop, and they're working through their process. And then subsequent to that, I met with Mr. Maselli on Friday to have a conversation, and we did, and we're gonna continue it.
You feel optimistic, Mr. Dwyer, that we're gonna reach some type of compromise?
Normally, I have a round dice in my pocket.
So you're saying
Yes,
it's 50/50, that's what you're
No, I can't, I'm not gonna speculate.
I'm just putting you on the spot. I
That's all right. No, that's all right. No worries. It's all good.
just wanna get some info.
Yeah. Okay.
Any board members, is that, everybody agree?
I think that there was a rather healthy conversation that was had at the planning board. There was a discussion of the pros and cons of having access to 17M. We haven't met in the middle just yet, but we are closer, I think.
Ms. Hall, is there a pending vote? Do you have a deadline, or is open still?
There's still a couple of pieces that we're trying to get together. You know, like I said, it would be very easy for us to just make a decision of no, and then that would be it. But because we don't want to do that, we're trying to finish up, grab all of our loose ends, tie them all nice and neat, so that when we do,
So we're still in negotiation,
we're still in the back and forth. Yep.
so the process is going, thank you.
You're welcome, Mr. LaSalle.
Sir?
Ross Maselli, Executive Director of the South Orange Family YMCA.
Hi, Ross.
Hi, how are you guys? I do feel optimistic about this. The YMCA board and the YMCA administration, we feel as if we're beginning to make progress as far as discussions with the mayor and the Monroe Village Planning Board. We are hopeful that we can bring this to a resolution very, very soon, because as we all know, time is not on our side. But, I thank you for your time on Friday. It was a great
Sure.
discussion, and I'm going to start moving forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Russ.
Anyone else in the public, sir? I'm sorry.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
Just to echo on the YMCA, maybe a suggestion is to open both Gilbert Street and coming out through the town. If the town gives you a 5-year, some sort of agreement, open them both up. See which works best. Just a thought. Just a couple of things. I did notice the last meeting, and I noticed again tonight, village employees wearing hats in a meeting. I think that's very disrespectful.
Noted.
We have any dates for hydrant flushing?
We're working on it right now. We're planning to start probably at the end of May.
And you might want to get it going before you start getting your peak demand for your water system. Any movement on the budget when you're going to adopt it?
Yes, well, we're gonna adopt the 29th, and we're actually, I'm sorry?
I'm thanking him.
Yeah. So we're gonna be adopting on the 29th, and we did make some movement. I have some answers to some of the questions you brought up, so I can either do them now.
You can shoot them to me.
Okay, you got it.
Email or text. Next couple of things are, Neil, I had sent you some stuff the other day, some pictures.
Yep.
I just sent them to you, nobody else got them.
Okay.
But in our development, it's become a serious problem with small children walking in the middle of the streets. This happened on Saturday.
Yep.
I sent
Saturday
you the
evening.
picture. And it's all the time now, and it's a concern because there's nobody watching them. There's no adults around. And I'm talking 3-, 4-year-old kids walking 2-year-old kids down the middle of the street. I filed a complaint yesterday with Quality Bus. They're stopping in the middle of the road, picking kids up, and then putting the bus in reverse and backing into a side street with kids on the bus. And they're making right-hand turns with school buses, which is illegal in the state of New York.
Did you file a written complaint with them?
I have a verbal on the phone, and so I took care of that. And she said she was going to speak to the drivers. I told her the next time I see it, I'm going to call the police and I'll have pictures.
Where's Quality Bus out of?
Quality Bus is, they're out of Port Jervis, Slate Hill Way. I think it was a 374 number that I called, New Hampton. But they are contracted with Monroe Woodbury, and they're parking the buses behind the Sterling Bank in the back. They're contracted with Monroe Woodbury to take all of the out-of-district Hasidic students, which from what I now have been told is over 700 kids, into Kairos Joel and deliver them to the schools over there. So they're contracted with Monroe Woodbury. And I plan on following it up with a letter to the school board as well.
If you would, if you,
I'll
Like,
CC you on.
would you,
Yep,
please?
absolutely.
Thank you,
That's all I have.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Please.
Hi, Lorraine Loning. I have a question or a comment actually about traffic in general, but in specific at the intersection of 17M and Freeland Street. Over the last month, there has been opening up of the street causing incredible delays. I work over in one of the schools in Central Valley. It's a 12-minute commute usually, and I know because I cut it close a lot. And, but it took almost an hour several times, either in the morning or the afternoon. Is there any way that we can make this where it's only done at night? And I'd like to say that there was not one police officer in sight to assist with turns or anything. It was really chaotic. And these guys, I mean, some of them I think were asking to get hit, and they just really was pretty reckless. So if you guys could somehow make it so that when people are really trying to get to and fro places, that this doesn't happen. If it's an emergency, that's different, that's cool, but this did not strike me as, emergency level. So I was just wondering if you guys could do anything.
This was construction, that you're saying?
I don't know what the hell they were doing, but they had the street opened,
Oh.
and it was
It's the
several
bank.
times over the last few weeks, and it really was not cool for people who live here,
So
Thanks.
We'll reach out to the contractor.
Yeah, do
see
it
if
after
anything
hours.
further on that road.
Yeah, it's usually around like between 4 and 5.
Yeah, when
yeah,
everyone's
I know, I
coming
picked up
back
my
and forth to
son.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay,
got
thanks.
stuck in it.
Thank you. Anyone else in the public? Okay, I need a motion that we go into executive session
Oh.
to,
Just one thing that I'd like to remind everyone that in addition to the public hearing regarding the community development block grant, on Monday, April 29th, we are going to swear in for the first time ever our Youth Board of Trustees. We have 5 children who won the historical project contest that we ran with North Main and Pine Tree Schools, and we will swear them into their respective positions on Monday, April 29th at 7 p.m. right here in Village Hall. And the previous day, on Sunday, we're going to do, in conjunction with Smith Clove's Arbor Day celebration, we're going to plant a quaking aspen, 3 quaking aspens at Smith Clove Park in honor of the village's 125th anniversary. So I'd love for you guys to be there. In addition to planting these trees, Joe Mancuso will also have some sort of evergreen, I don't remember which species, to plant. If you plant one at Smith Clove, you get to take one home and plant it home as well. So, no, it's Sunday. Sunday, the 28th. That's okay. So that's Sunday, the 28th at Smith Clove Park at 1 p.m. I'd love to see as many of you there as possible. That's it.
okay. With that said, appreciate it. I need a motion that we go into executive session for continuing litigation and also personnel.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Call the question?
Aye.
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 Aye, so carried. Thank you all for coming.